All right, let's get into it.
Yes.
Let's get into it.
Yo, wow, that's a
the first half, and that is the 2 touches of Lukaku.
Didn't Barca make Alex Ferguson?
HH, we needed men to show up today. What we got was boys. I'm not praising mediocrity.
You know what? I'm gonna allow this.
Delta.
Wait, what? Yo, hey.
So on the agenda for the Hangout, we're going to talk about Liverpool's squad. We're going to talk about Chelsea's cup final record. We're going to talk about Lewandowski.
Wait, why are you standing up? Why are you standing up?
Can you shut up? Can you mention Mike?
Did you break it to
I'm just we're going to talk about Lewandowski wanting to leave Bayern Munich and maybe heading to Barcelona. And also we're hearing about Pogba perhaps wanting to go to Juventus and so forth. So you guys know what it is like the vid. If you're new, subscribe. If you want to send in something to do with the show, it's called a super chat. We call them dubs here. Your super chats are donations, and I thank you for your donations towards the channel. Helps the channel to grow, and it contributes for me making this thing a 24/7 job to give you this content crack. So yeah, have your meal, have your drinks, and I hope that you enjoy this lovely show. I don't really care how you guys are really doing, man, because that's not really my thing, man.
Why not, man?
HH, what's my name?
Bro,
What's my
HH, are
name?
you good, bro? Are you good, HH?
All right, so the first thing is let me come to my dear friend, Mr. 2 Infinity Stones. So do you still believe in this quad then?
Nah.
The quad? No, wait. Why do you say no? You have 2 Infinity Stones, man. You have 2 Infinity Stones.
We can't get the fourth, bro. But HH, the reason why is because I think City have to lose, and I think we have to beat Southampton about 4-5-0. I don't think we could do that because at the end of that game, we were tired, guys. We are tired. I don't think Liverpool have 3 more games in them. I think we're going to rest some people for the last 2 Premier League games, and I think we're going all out for the Champions League.
So do you think he's going to rest guys for that game? So you think they've already considered the league?
Have to, bro. Did you watch the extra time?
No. I'm not saying about have to. I know what you would do.
Oh.
What do you think Klopp will do? The fact that you now have 2 Infinity Stones, it's like, oh my gosh, we could really do this. So should we just keep on going and see what happens? Because see, the wise thing to do is, you see, what's it called? They say it in the Bible, don't fall into temptation. The temptation is go full on. If you go full on, you may risk injury or fatigue for the UCL final. But I think that a lot of the guys will be like, guys, come on, we could do it. What if we could do it? Because people say, what if like we play a weekend team, we withdraw, and what if then like they then go and draw against West Ham and so forth? So,
but HH, you know what the sweet thing is? The sweet thing is City are playing West Ham tomorrow. If City lost that game, full strength. But if they beat West Ham 5-0, come on, it's over. Yeah, so that's the thing.
Okay, let's be real. Let's say they beat them like 2-0. Isn't it like a 6-goal swing or something?
Yeah, it's 6, correct. So
come on. You know, come on.
It's actually 7 plus 7.
Yeah,
right. So are you going to stand for an hour?
Yeah, I think if they lost by 2 clear goals to West Ham and we beat Southampton, I think 5-0. I think we level, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about today, HH, man.
No,
guys.
No. The title clearly says Liverpool quad, man. I mean.
Okay.
No. Look. Okay. Look.
Since you're standing, you can might as well sing the national anthem, bro.
Mr. 2 Infinity Solo, I don't know what to tell you, man.
But I'm gonna speak it. I just have to listen.
Right. If you guys want to laugh, go and watch HH's Twitch reaction, man.
The first thing is
HH, we need to have a serious conversation on Tuchel, though.
But yeah, I just wanna say after this HH I'm gonna celebrate. So I can't be on tonight's show. So soon after I talk, I'm going. But yeah, man, all I wanna say is, guys, don't let no one tell you any other thing. 3 trophies in a season is good. Because that's the spin I'm hearing rival fans saying. Rival fans are saying, oh, you can't get the quad. Bro, these guys have 0 trophies. If we get the UCL, bro, I don't care. We still are going to be very, very happy.
No, that's a very good like anybody that says, first of all, I've always valued the Champions League more than the league. Like I'm one of the few guys that says that, oh, Jared never won the league, but he won the Champions League and was instrumental. So if you say that you win a Champions League plus 2 other trophies, that's a very successful season. Yeah, it's a very successful season.
Yeah, man. And I just want to say the game today, we played good, but it was just the end product, man. We didn't have that end product in us today. The build-up was good. But I've seen plenty people at this cussing Lukaku when they supposed to be on Mount. I mean, bro, the thing with Lukaku is you guys don't pass the ball to him. Because I was one of them who clowned Lukaku.
And
but
guys,
I started to watch the games.
That is not me saying it. That is another fan saying it.
Yeah. Because I started to watch the games.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, that's what I say.
Continue.
Yeah, I started watching the games and I said, bro, this guy doesn't even pass the ball. Lukaku is not a Benzema. Lukaku are not going to get the ball and dribble past guys. He's not a Lewandowski. He's not a old school Suarez. These guys are complete striker. Lukaku needs service. And bro, if his service is Pulisic, Mount, Ziyech, you guys are in problem. So if Chelsea want to continue playing like this, go buy Lewandowski because he is a complete striker, so he could do more. But bro, if you guys are keeping Lukaku, you have to get this guy support. Bro, try and get Pogba. Try and get some creators, man, because it ain't happening.
No. Look, see, Jamal, like the thing is that we're going to build around Mount and Gallagher. You know, what's it called? English core? No, Mount, Gallagher, and Rice. It's the English core. That's what we're doing. So
yeah, man, AJ. So the last thing I want to say is I'm happy. 2 FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. Hopefully the Champions League. And bro, let's see what the summer brings. Because the talk is too many, we don't have our young one, the kid in Carvalho. If we can get too many, bro, come on. We are already close to winning all 4. So let's see. And in all the City dominance, we can still say Klopp has won all the cups. So that's something there, Liverpool fans. Forget City. These guys, they're gonna win the Premier League again for about at least the next 3 years. But bro, we're still winning too, and that's what we have to study. Peace out, guys. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right, let me.
I was gonna say, Jamal, what would you prefer? Wouldn't you prefer Klopp's? Let's say hypothetically, Klopp wins this Champions League. What do you think Pep would want? The Prems or the 2 Champions Leagues with City?
Bro, he wants the Champions League. I'm just saying this, you see, it's too fast, so I'm not gonna say. But if Klopp wins that UCL, you gotta watch Pep. There's a conversation.
It's that's the UCL final is the narrative UCL final because if we have a situation where Klopp has won 2 Champions Leagues with his Liverpool side, that is nowhere near the level of a side considered one of the greatest sides we've ever seen, which is that's a Barca side. We're gonna have a very interesting conversation. Very interesting conversation.
No, but you got to look at like the road to the final, man. What like Inter?
Who cares?
Yeah, but look at the final that City had. Yeah. They had the easiest Champions League final against Chelsea.
Hold on. Let me come to Undisputed Talksman about Liverpool, the quad, and all this on
and a few other things. But let's just start with this, man. Like, first of all, we should rest players in the Premier League. It's over. The goal difference is 7. They've got 3 points on us.
You don't believe? Have hope. You don't have hope?
No, I have no hope whatsoever. I've lost hope. I've lost hope in this Premier League. This is all City now. They're not going to slip up. Nobody believes they're going to slip up with disadvantage. So, but the thing is, a League Cup, FA Cup, and Champions League sounds like a really, really nice season. And it is. I think no one would have a better season than us if we manage to win this. And if, it's all about if, right?
But let me say, so what do you say to people who say, hey man, the league is your bread and butter, the league is your bread and butter, and the league is your bread and butter, and that's, you fail to win the league, blah, blah. How would you respond if you do win the UCL plus these 2 trophies?
I'll say this. Klopp has won everything he can realistically win with Liverpool. Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, Club World Cup, everything. every trophy. Pep is missing one Infinity Stone, and it's the most important one. And it doesn't matter if he's got 4 league titles, 5 league titles. He will always there's always that dark cloud hanging over him. And if Klopp wins 2 Champions Leagues with Liverpool, and you compare that with the 2 Champions Leagues that Pep won with Barca, and you compare
with Messi, Xavi,
Iniesta, and you compare these guys to Salah, Henderson, Fabinho.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from, I'm gonna be real. Alisson is better than Valdez, obviously, and Van Dijk is better than PK. But overall, our team is nowhere near their team. So that just shows you, Klopp is just magical, man.
No, but
that
what about
Abidal or Robertson? I think that's debatable. That could go either
But
way.
you can't have it both ways, though. You say on one hand, you say it's the best Liverpool team that's ever been constructed. And on the other hand, you're like, oh, but then this team.
Okay.
Wait. But he's comparing it to that
another
team,
team,
which is one of the best teams.
The competition was also harder. Like all other
no,
teams
it wasn't harder. It was not harder. Okay. No. First of all, that Man United team that Barca faced in 2011 was crap. Who did they have?
United.
They had 40-year-old. No. They had 40-year-old gigs. They had 40-year-old gigs in midfield. They had who else? Carrick, Fletcher, Park. I don't even remember. That was a crap team, man.
United aside, I'm saying all the other competitive teams were actually tougher back then.
No, they weren't. Chelsea was in transition in 2011. Bayern was in transition in 2011. Madrid was still building.
09 to 11, Chelsea was strong. Even Arsenal was strong. I'm saying all the competition.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Wait. So you don't, because again, I agree with you. But what do you say to? Because there are still some Liverpool fans who still believe in his core dream. So how do you convince? Because for me, I think the wisest thing that Klopp can do is rest guys for this last 2 games and put the focus on the UCL final. But what do you think he will do? Do you think he will actually still go for it? Or do you think he will wait for what happens against West Ham?
It will all depends on what happens tomorrow. If I see City slap up West Ham like I think they will, and probably increase their goal difference compared to us by like 10, if it's up to 10, it's like, okay, it's over. And 6 points, we're not going to get this. So at this point, just fully focus on the Champions League, which is still the most prestigious trophy in the world. And man, it's just, I'm just so happy that we have him, man. Like he's such a unique manager. There's no one like him in football right now, currently in his prime as a manager. There's no one like Jurgen Klopp. I think we Liverpool fans should really enjoy this as much as possible because it might not come back. He's right now he's the outright best.
No. That's why May 28th is a perfect date. Let them go at it.
It is.
Let them go at it. Carlo and Klopp, let them go at it, bro.
But also, I'm really worried though, because I keep seeing players falling by the wayside. I see Fabinho, Salah.
Yeah, what happened to Salah and so forth? Yeah.
He said he's all right, and he said he's 100% sure he'll play in the CL final. Just rest players.
Did you know what I think? I think Salah is saving himself for that final.
I agree.
Salah is literally gonna, if he has to, he's gonna fake injury and save himself for that final 100%. Man, he's gonna fix it.
And he's desperate, and I think just at this point, just let these. These players like Costas or left back, who always is second choice to Robertson, right? And then Matip, and these other guys like Joe Gomez and Curtis Jones. All these guys, just give them game time in the last 2 games. Just give it to them. Just tell them like, oh yeah, show us what you got, and then save our main guys for the final. That's what we should do.
Let me come to your boy Mohammed. Talk to me, man. Should Liverpool still go for the quarter, or is it over? Should it be wise to look back, or do you still believe that maybe somehow City can still screw up? Or do you think Liverpool just go for those 3 trophies?
Nah, I've been consistent since the beginning. Nah, it doesn't matter. Even if City get beat like 3-0, is like, look, bro. Like I've always said this, like when it comes to even legacy, remember you guys were having the Aguero debate, like legacy, Champions League is what makes legends, but leagues make a name for players. Like when you win leagues domestically, you become more known, but Champions League, the whole world's watching you, the whole world. And even when people are saying we had an easy run, fair enough, we had an easy run, but we have the toughest final. Like Real Madrid, like people will sleep on Real Madrid. We've seen it makes a Real Madrid way more difficult to fight. Like, even though we've had the easier run, that's going to be the more toughest final because everything was so easy.
So you're saying that the quad that's not happening? You
No
concede
way.
the league to Man City?
Yeah, I concede it. Like, if I could literally forfeit it, like now, I would. Like, even with I think Klopp, even as Klopp will have known, like, especially after the whole butterfly effect of what happened today would have taught him, you know what? I think I have to arrest some of these guys. With him seeing what happened to Fabinho when he overplayed him and he played an extra game against Aston Villa, and then he played Salah in today's game and he dropped down. And then he even you could see he learned even mid-game when he subbed off Van Dijk when it looked like there might have been a knock. So I don't know. We will see. But yeah, like if Klopp isn't learning from what's happening this week alone, I'm not sure like how we would be able to peak in that final if we're gonna keep forcing this league thing. Like, yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Mike, talk to me, man. Michael, talk to me, man.
Man. To be honest, it's 2 a.m. here, and I still haven't stopped celebrating about this win. It was pretty epic game. I gotta big up to Chelsea, really, because.
No, Mike, you can't big up losers. We lost. So like,
I know you lost.
Let's know we lost twice to the same team in the same stadium in the same manner. So
Liverpool haven't beaten Chelsea since September 2020 in 90 minutes. So like this shows how competitive these two teams are against each other.
Don't give me that crap.
No, that's a loser's mentality because for me, because that was the argument that me and Ford were having. Because Ford was like, "Hey, let's champion. Chelsea have competed." No. Chelsea are winners. Chelsea win trophies. You can't celebrate compete because at the end of the day, Michael, you say, "Oh, you did well," but you lost. You lost. It's about winning. It's about winning. It's about whose hand is raised at the end. Not, "Oh well, we almost won." Who cares about almost winning? It's about winning.
Nobody remembers second places.
No one remembers second place.
No, definitely not. Of course, we shouldn't remember second places. That's why this generation of Liverpool players is special to me because I checked the lineups a couple of days ago of the 2012 final between these two teams, and I was seeing Jay Spearing, Craig Bellamy, Stuart Downing, and now I see Diaz, Salah, Mane front three, and I'm just like, damn, I just cherish these moments, to be honest, because I know it's not going to last. I'm kind of similar to Undisputed. We had a terrible team a decade ago, and now to see us playing and winning trophies. Look, I don't think the squad is going to happen because Man City have it on lock. They have it on lock, and kudos to them. They've been the best team in the league this whole season, but I believe we can win this Champions League, and I hope we can, just to add another trophy to the cabinet.
Let me come over to Abdul, man. Abdul, talk to me, man.
What do you think of Alonso?
Great driver.
Is he's
how's that not a yellow card? How's that not a yellow card? Like justice, bro.
Don't even pay attention to it.
No. Alonso is a talented footballer who is extremely ineffective in his position. So basically, he's a bad left back, but that's the thing. He is horrible in his position, but there is a good footballer there. You see, someone like Timo Werner is just crap. You're just useless. But you can say, no, Alonso knows how to play football. He knows how to score goals. He knows how to score really good goals, So, and he knows how to score goals with really good technique. But you play left back. And there are particular disciplines in that position that you need beyond just being a good footballer, and he just doesn't understand that discipline. So for that position, he's a liability for a season.
So you wouldn't keep him in the summer?
No way.
He's pretty much going. It's pretty much confirmed.
I mean, like, why do you ask?
Alonso. Let's talk about Alonso. Should Chelsea do with Alonso what Zidane did with Marcel?
Abdul. No receipts. No receipts. I have no.
Sergio Ramos.
Abdul, as you can see, I'm standing. This is things have changed. No time for receipts.
Sergio Ramos.
So no time for receipts.
Wabdu.
Don't encourage him, please.
So you want a serious, no receipts.
It's a serious talk, man. Serious talk.
Okay. Bro, I read a stat today that Chelsea, they've been sanctioned more times in the last 4 years than they won domestic trophies. Is that true?
I have to check that.
No, because the last time you won a domestic trophy was like 2018, the FA Cup, right?
Abdul, let me ask you a question. Let me ask a question. How did Chelsea lose twice to the same team in the same stadium in the final?
HH, to be fair, like you can't really blame Chelsea.
Abdul, I have to blame someone.
Yeah, I know, but like the season, like the reason why your season has been so dead isn't really because of games like today or the Carabao Cup final. You feel me, bro? Because when it really comes to it, bro, like finals, they're fine margins, bro, and you
shut up, man.
And you lost. No, like, I'm being honest, bro. Like, and you lost on penalties twice. So, like, who can you blame that on, bro? You're playing the best.
Oh no! Abdul, I tell you who can blame it because I thought you didn't answer, but I can blame it on
Pulisic.
No. Before we get to Mount, we can get to Pulisic. Those are good chances, really good chances that you could have executed.
Yeah, but Liverpool missed chances as well. HH. So it goes both ways, and that's just how it is in the finals, HH. You know how it is in finals. So I wouldn't be too harsh on Chelsea for what's happening in the cups. No, let me because I think it's very impressive that in such a chaotic season that you even made it to finals. And I know you said the whole thing about all that matters is winning, bro. But HH, your team isn't the best team in the country, and your team isn't the best team in the league. So if you had won, bro, like it wasn't expected for you to win. And if you would have won, it would have been an upset. So for me, I think if you're crying about losing, like I know it's disappointing, but bro, you didn't get humiliated, bro. You didn't get humiliated.
I agree.
And I think for Chelsea, I would be proud that you competed with one of the best teams in Europe because honestly, HH, I was speaking to some Liverpool fans before the game, and I was hearing lubrication. And
but if you saw the Carabao Cup final, nobody truly believed that. Everyone knew that this would be a close game. No one really believed that Liverpool would destroy Chelsea because Liverpool fans know. Now I don't know which fans you talked to, but the Liverpool fans that I talked to know, Chelsea are a bad matchup for Liverpool. They are a bad matchup.
I mean, I would say like the one thing that's a glaring issue in the Chelsea side, and I wouldn't really blame it on the personnel. I blame it on, I think, the recruitment, but also like Chelsea, they need to get this whole attacking issue sorted because you're not scoring enough goals. And even last season,
Mount is the top scorer.
Even last season when you had success, like what was making you successful was your defense. It wasn't your goal scoring. You feel me? You were keeping clean sheet after clean sheet. So I think, and I can't pinpoint what the problem is because you say, oh, Lukaku's the problem, but if you bought Lewandowski, I think he would drop bricks as well, bro. I think it's something with the system.
Yeah, no, I believe that as well. Man.
Yeah, I generally believe that, HH. So like, I don't really know what the solution is. Like, I think Tuchel, honestly, HH, has Tuchel ever, because I was listening earlier, has Tuchel ever like rebuilt a team and made it his own?
He partially did that for Dortmund because remember he introduced Ousmane Dembele at Dortmund, so he sort of partially, because remember Dortmund were in a bit of a weird place when Klopp left and so forth because remember they almost got relegated but they finished mid-table. He sort of redirected and steadied the ship.
Because I heard somebody, I think maybe it was Forward, he was making the excuse that a lot of these players, they're not his players. But look at Ancelotti, bro. Like, he came in the summer. None of these players are his players. You feel me? And he's in a Champions League final. He's having an amazing season. You feel me? So I don't really think that's an excuse. Like, it's very few managers that get the time to rebuild a complete team where they can say, most of these players, they're my players. You feel me? So I think for Tuchel, honestly, he has to take some blame because, bro, like, I know a lot of people. Honestly, HH, I know I'm gonna get clowned for saying this, but HH, Kepa should have been in goal in penalties. Kepa should have been in goal for penalties.
But Abdul, no, you may say that, but from Tuchel's point of view, now I thought he'd put Kepa, but Tuchel's point of view is last time we were a penalty shooter, this guy lets in 10 straight penalties.
I know that.
It was a different level.
I feel that, HH, but But you can say the same thing about Mendy. Like last season against Spurs, like he didn't save any, didn't come close to any penalties in the Carabao Cup.
Oh no! Look, so no. I'm just giving you Tuchel's mind frame. I thought that he'd still put it Kepa. Because my thing is, look, De Gea did the same thing in the Europa Cup final,
you know, Mendy,
and then he then saved
really
one against
bad.
West Ham.
He's really bad. Like like 3 of those penalties were savable.
No, Mendy is bad at penalties.
Yeah,
he dies
really
way too early.
He's just bad over. He's just bad overall.
Like with Kepa, those penalties he conceded. Let's be honest, they were really good penalties. Like Liverpool took. Like
one or two he could have saved.
Yeah, one or two out of 10. Today out of 6, like Kepa, like Mendy got close to many of them. But I think for Chelsea, this isn't time to like overthink or stress, bro. I think this summer is gonna be a big summer, and this summer it can give you the real, because you guys don't know what Todd B is gonna do, you know. So this summer you're gonna see like what is he really about? Is he about money? Is he another Glazer, or is he like the B-Tech Roman? You feel me? So I think this summer is gonna be huge for you guys because, bro, I look at your squad, and honestly, you guys, with the amount of defenders that's leaving, I don't know what you guys are gonna do, because for every defender that is leaving, bro, you're gonna need 2 defenders because you're already short now. You feel me? Like even now, you're having to bring in the likes of Sarr and rely on Aspie, because next season, say Alonso leaves and Aspie leaves, even though these guys are not starters, you're still gonna have to replace them because
for sure. For sure. Well, let me hit on those and I'll come to the rest of you dudes, man. So, shout out to George Lyle, man, Liverpool fan. We'll focus on what's in our control. Treble lives. Can you call it a treble? Champions League and 2 cup trophies, or does
like a cup treble?
Yeah. I mean, we've done it before with PSG. Like I think it was like in the COVID case.
Nah, bro.
You've never won a European Cup, bro.
You need the league for it to be a treble.
Yeah, like no, for me, I think, to be honest, a proper treble is the Champions League, your league title, and your major cup trophy. That really is. And so, like when City won that thing of the league, Carabao Cup, and FA Cup, that's, you call it a domestic treble, but a treble it's the league, the Champions League, and your cup trophy. That's really the treble. This is just 3 trophies, which is what City did before. It's just 3 trophies, which is still good. Like that season when City won those 3 trophies, that's still a damn good season. But there's no UCL, man. From boy Mikey, man, thank you for the dub, Mikey, man. Soft loss for Chelsea once again. I cherish these moments. I went from watching Spearing, Downing, and Carroll to watching Diaz, Mane, Thiago, Sosa on the pitch. It's so but still celebrating. See, Mike, here's the thing, though. I actually wanted to tweet this out, especially the hardcore Chelsea fan base. Do you know that there are some Chelsea fans who are so deluded and mad? If I said, would you trade Mounts for Luis Diaz? Some guys would say no.
Bro, on the terrace, the guy said Mount should be left wing in a combined 11 over Diaz, bro. Yeah. Like, he was being honest.
But this is because when I look at Luis Diaz, that is what Chelsea need. You need a guy who has sustained pressure over a long period of time. Mount just comes in and comes out. Oh, he'll do one good thing, you won't see him for like 20 minutes. Oh, he'll do one good thing, and say, but in terms of, okay, this guy, when you give him the ball, he is serious pressure. And he's like Luis Diaz, it's good to watch. You actually enjoy watching him. Who the hell in Chelsea team do you enjoy watching? There's no individual who you enjoy watching. Like when you look at how Man is playing.
I kind of like Kovacic, I'll be honest. I do kind of like
Kovacic. But you know what? On his said, he wasn't fully fit in this game.
Yeah, he wasn't.
You could tell that he wasn't fully fit. Like, you know what? And that's what messed Chelsea in that game, because he wasn't fully fit. Jorginho is limited. Liverpool just washed that midfield. So.
J5 scored his penalty though.
Varen 69, Halfop's future stepson. Dad, why do you support Blue Fulham trophyless since Bram? Thank you for the dub, you moron. Josh Brown, thank you, Josh Bro. As Liverpool's drug supplier, the job isn't done sending the best. Sending the best for the last few games. #asthma. Some people are saying that Liverpool are on drugs. As to that is why they're able to last this long. I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is that, because you know what I said? If Liverpool won the quad, they've got to be drug checked. Because I think it is physically impossible to push yourself to win 4 trophies. But here's the thing. What if Pep wasn't a manager? Or what if Pep was not a manager in the Premier League or so far. Well, let's say Pep was in a sabbatical. Do Liverpool then do the quad? Because they have a clear runway in the league.
Pep was
Think
actually
that
once
everyone else
suspended
should
for
think that.
drugs, by the way. Pep was actually once suspended for drugs. Just saying.
When was
Wait, Pep for performance-enhancing drugs. Let me look this up.
With Barcelona as well.
Wait, so hold on. Your boy Usman, thank you for that, Usman. Quadruple still lives, inshallah. If Liverpool win the UCL, is that also a left stream? No. What? The only left stream is if he passes the league, which won't happen. But that would be a left stream.
But Klopp winning the CL, if Klopp wins the CL while Pep didn't with £1 billion, that's kind of another left. Anyways.
No. It's not an election.
It's annual. It's annual.
But Usman, you are slightly on drugs. Like the quadruple, that's done because it would be one of the most shocking things if City bottle. Like for me, I think the league is done. It's a done deal. It's a done. And here's the thing: if City beats West Ham, it makes it easier for Liverpool.
It's finished tomorrow. It's finished if they win.
Yeah.
Like if they win, like
Well, we just need a draw, though. We just need a draw. I think a draw is enough.
You just need a draw.
Yeah,
like you can draw.
And what the last game is against Aston Villa. Come on.
Yeah. Coutinho.
Wait, so
your boy Casey says Real have never lost a final. 7 out of 7. If they make it 8 out of 8, bro.
See, Casey, this is why you support a small loser mentality team that always gets humiliated in the CL. I'm sorry.
One league title in 30 years. And which team is that? Undisputed? Which team is that?
8-2, 4-0, 3-0 against Roma. You know,
one league title in 30 years, but
Brickwing team, the Brickwing team.
Casey again, or rather Elsie. Now, Abdul Carlo laid the foundation for Zizou.
Yeah, that's true. But Zidane
was we still have to give. We still have to have this
Isn't it ridiculous that this is the first time the almighty Liverpool they win their league cup in 16 years, bro? Like that's crazy.
No, but when you think about it, Zidane was the
16 years
assistant
it took you to win an FA Cup, bro, and you're talking about other clubs' failures, bro. Come on, man.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not.
Hold on. Casey says, HH, the best Chelsea teams have all been defensive. The team, I think it was under... Is it under Ancelotti or Hiddink? Bro, that team scored a lot of goals.
Yeah, Ancelotti was insane.
Yeah, I think there was an Ancelotti team that team scored a lot of goals. So, Casey, I don't know where you're smoking, man. Sage, what the hell, man? Talk to me.
All right. I'll talk about the Liverpool because I think the Chelsea loss is coming up, so it doesn't matter wasting my time on Chelsea for now. Abdul took the words out of my mouth. Liverpool, honestly, if they do win this year, I don't even think they need to win the quadruple. If they just get that CL, they will officially go down as they will definitely be up there with the Manchester United all time, the Mourinho Chelsea. They will officially be, and obviously with the Pep. I think they're already better than the Arsenal Invincibles. I mean, it shouldn't be a debate. They are already better than the Arsenal Invincibles. But yeah, man, I can't be too mad. At the end of the day, after the loss, when I had time to really think about the loss and stuff, I know it's penalties and it sucked. Like, honestly, can't be mad. Like, it's Liverpool. We're seeing one of the greatest teams. Like, they're literally once a decade type team.
Sage, don't do that, man.
I know, but I have to though. I have to. HH, if I don't do what I'm doing right now, I think I'm going to be drinking bleach, bro. Like, I have to. Okay? This is the only way I can cope. But as for Klopp, yeah, shout out to Klopp and Liverpool, man. Shout out to Liverpool and Klopp. As for Tuchel, I think somebody brought up Tuchel saying he should get some blame. Listen, you have to remember, Tuchel came into this trash team, right? He didn't sign one single player. I still don't know how you won that CL. Somebody explain to me how Timo Werner...
Without any of his players.
Somebody explain to me how Marcus Alonso, Kepa Arrizabalaga, and Timo Werner have a Champions League medal. That's because of Tuchel. And maybe momentum on crack, but it's mainly down to Tuchel. So the question is, if Tuchel gets the money and which he looks, I think news had come out that he had a meeting with the new owner. And it was a positive talk. So give him 250, 200. Give him like 4 windows. Let him actually.
I told you, Mount
is don't bring them out. Get them out. Get Werner, Mount, Arrizabalaga, get Barkley. Ross Barkley started in a FA Cup final. Think about that. This Chelsea team is trash.
Wait, hold up. Barkley, he didn't start. He came off the bench.
I mean, he came off the bench, sorry, but he still played the game, which shouldn't be allowed.
No. He came on strictly for a penalty. It was strictly to take a penalty.
Oh, God. But anyway, listen, Mendy needs to work on his penalties. As a shot stopper, he's top 5, but he needs to work on his penalties. I'm sorry. What he did, the man is safe, but it was good.
Do you think Kepa should have?
Kepa should have started, and I'll tell you why he should have started. I mean, should have came on for the penalties. Because Kepa is actually experienced. Even if he lost some penalty shootouts, the Carabao Cup, at least Kepa would, because he experienced facing Liverpool so many times, he would at least know how somewhere the players go.
Like Tuchel, he flopped there.
Yeah, he flopped there.
Because my thing is that the same thing happened to De Gea. De Gea didn't save any of those penalties in the Europa Cup final, but now saw the save that he made against West Ham. Like, that's gonna happen. Because again, I think the penalties, it's more guess than skill. There is no real skill in saving a penalty. You are making an educated guess. Okay, so it's an educated guess. So it is what it is, man. All right, what's it called? Friendly Beast, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, HH, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Like, hey, talk to me.
Yeah, I would say it's a very good game. Before I talk about the quad and no quad, well, you've always talked about May 14th. They dare not lose, and then the boys did it today, man. They saw your tweet about Liverpool winning the Karabuki Cup and all that stuff, and the boys decided to, you know what? Let's do this for HH. All the noise, bringing out all the smoke. HH already had tweets in his draft and he was just waiting. We did it, to celebrate Chelsea, but Liverpool.
I've deleted those drafts, by the way. Those tweets have been deleted now. So.
Perfect. The boys played well. I didn't expect us to create the amount of chances we did in the first. I was a little bit surprised, but I just knew that this game was all about conserving energy for us. I looked at that. I watched that again. It was sad for me though, but I watched it. And the Liverpool that I know going behind, no matter the team, they come out all guns blazing. Yes, we were trying to get it, but you could see that the players were just tired. Man, we need to get the doctor, get more asthmatic inhalers, man, because the players need it for this final run. Maybe the suppliers come up a little bit short. I don't know who is our supplier. Maybe it's Pep and his doctors in Spain, but they just need to get us more inhalers for. I think we have 2 weeks to the finals. Get them up, everyone soak up. No, you start testing anybody now. So we're free to.
Hold up. So have you given up on the quarter as well?
The quad is not in our hand, but the treble is in our hands. Like if we had beaten Manchester City, yes, it would have been in our hand, but we couldn't beat them. It's like you're fighting against Thanos with Infinity Stones with Arabian money. So what can you do this time? You do your best, and what is our best? We're able to nick a draw against this side. Some say one of the best sides they've seen, yes, but with no UCL after spending $1 billion. But that's by the way. So I would say we've done well for ourselves this season. No Liverpool fan from the disaster of last season coming into this season would have said we've gotten would have seen us get this far. No way. Last season was mad.
Friendly Beast. Friendly Beast.
Yeah. I think you may have
the mic. The mic. Can you please
I think you're too close to the mic. I think you're close to the mic. Maybe go a bit.
I'm getting ear massage out here, man. Come on.
AK, somebody said something. He's calling air support.
Testing.
I guess you need some of my
yeah, I think I'll have to drop it a little.
I shouldn't be laughing, but that is funny.
Rascal. Let me talk, man. Chill. HH, is this better?
That's better, much better.
Let your mic talk.
Okay, perfect. I just hope it's not some rascal United fans trying to make noise this season. Face your Bournemouth club. Back to serious football and serious footballing teams. Yeah, we started the game well, and I would say, man, you see that pass from Trent. We are preparing for the final.
Probably past the season.
Yes, it was like, Uncle Modric, I've seen you do something like this. Let me show you that I can also try. I may not be on your level technically, but I can try. I can do something. And Diaz, man. Anytime I watch Diaz play, there's a meme on Twitter. You should be scared, but not for me. I tell you, this guy with a preseason will be a problem. You see, I watched a little bit of his games at FC Porto. This guy can finish. So this lack of finishing I see now can be ironed out. And if it's ironed out, man, it's a problem. Because
Werner could also finish at Leipzig.
he can run. Who is Werner? Werner Mighty? Is that a footballer or a musician?
Don't mind him.
Yeah,
Don't mind him. Don't mind him.
Yeah, he's a musician in River State. He sings music. Back to what I was saying, but his speed, his injection of pace, skills, like, man, someone said they should give that Chelsea player, I think it's Chalobah, so they should give him some paracetamol because the guy needed it. His legs were gone. He made him dance a couple of times. So I would say, on the whole, it was a very good game. I think they asked Salah. He said he will be fit for the finals. And then same thing with VVD. Man, I need to. Most persons have not given the guy his credit yet, but I need to big up Virgil van Dijk. That's the first time he's been subbed up this season. The guy is literally our ever-present player in this side. Game in, game out. They change Matip, they change Konate, but the guy is always freaking there, man. The guy is freaking unbelievable. And I'm not sure he even made it into player of the season contention. I'm like, him and Alisson, they've been fantastic this season. So coming from the juju of last season, translating that to this season, I saw the list of people making predictions. Nobody, very few people even had us in top 4. But now see how the thing goes, man. Some other teams were trying to chill with the big boys, and then they're languishing in Thursday night football and all them shit. Man, a big up to this Liverpool side. And then on Tuesday, line up the people from the street. HH, are you available to play for Liverpool on Tuesday? Yeah.
What are you smoking?
We need people that will volunteer for the game on Tuesday. Now, the narrative changes immediately if West Ham defeats Man City. I'm not saying a 1.5-0 win. No. 2-0, 3-0 win, a proper send-off for their legend, Mark Noble, the greatest, then the narrative changes immediately. It will give the players, even those of them that are, a little bit tired, the pump to go into the Southampton game and, a few quids to change hand and tell them, do this one for us. We'll loan you a couple of players next season. So I would say, man, I'm waiting for May 28th or 29th, man.
Okay.
Let's make it.
No, Barry, talk to me, Barry.
To be fair, like I never really thought about them winning quadruple. I thought that it was too many games, fatigue, and many contexts and situations that aren't even really in your favor. Like when they didn't win at Etihad, I knew that the league for me it was over because the last time destiny wasn't in their hands, they lost by 1 point in 2019. So that's for me. But yeah, they still have I mean they won the FA Cup today, and they still have Champions League. So for me, give up on the league. City, it's a lock for me, and yeah. But to be fair, I don't really care that they won the FA Cup. Just beat the crap out of Real Madrid, then we can move
May
on.
28th, man. All right, man. Delta, talk to me.
Yeah. So about the game, man. I mean, I'm glad everyone is realizing that Mounts and Mendy are overrated and absolutely shit. Like I've said this.
Don't talk crap about Mendy. He was crucial for that UCL.
Nah, man. I mean, I'm tired of seeing this guy. He's been saying he's better. He's close to Allison. He's up there with the best keepers in the world. I've watched this game, right? He's very slow to start a quick play. He doesn't know how to pass the ball from the middle.
Delta, if not for Mendy, Liverpool would have been 1-0 up with that 1v1. He saved that 1v1.
Total respect on Mendy, man.
I just feel like his distribution is overrated. Like he doesn't know how to pass the ball from his box, pick a player free in the middle of the pitch.
No. So no, see, stop.
He looks unorthodox.
No. So stop. See, this is how Pep has poisoned your mind. The first job of a keeper is to stop goals from going in. The second job is stop goals from going in. Third job, stop goals from going in. Then your distribution and so forth. Trust me, if I could pick it between Edison and Courtois, I choose Courtois every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Edison has incredible distribution, but Courtois is a better keeper. And Courtois' keeping can win me games based on how he can stop goals from going in. So the most important thing for a keeper will always be how good are you from stopping goals from going in. Anything else is just extra. So.
But the thing is, the problem I have with Mendy is even his handling is a bit like iffy. It reminds me of a little bit of what's his name, the Villarreal keeper, Rulli or whatever his name is.
Don't know Delta. No. Rulli is a whole other ball of wax. That
guy plays volleyball.
Agent.
I don't know why. I don't even know why he's playing football. He's a volleyball player.
Yeah.
And Mendy, I mean, his handling, was it Abdul who said he should have saved like 3 or 4 penalties?
Yeah. No, he should have.
Yeah. I mean, you should have, man. I mean, you pretty much cost your team the game. And like I said, Mount was also has to take blame with it. Like this guy, I've said this a couple of months ago, man. Like if Chelsea wants to win the Premier League, he can't be your main star boy, you know. Like
no way.
It just can't happen. Like Chelsea just got to go in the summer, pick out a starting 11, and pick out really a player like Lewandowski wants to leave, and why not give Lewandowski a prop? You know, I'm sure he wants to go to the Premier League. Yeah, Barcelona might be favorites right now, but Chelsea are a good team, and I think with some promises here and there, I mean Lewandowski wouldn't mind it because I think with Lewandowski, his mind is to win the Ballon d'Or. So yeah, with Chelsea, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. They lost to the superior team, but I think they just got to keep their heads up and go with next season. And they lost a couple of players here and there, but I mean, they still got J5. They still got.
All right, that's enough for me. Thank you. Don, talk to me, Don.
Just before I even go into the game, I'll ask you a serious question, right? First thing is, I feel as if Pep gave Tuchel life, right? And I'll tell you why. Apart from Pep, which other manager that Tuchel has beaten in the final? Because PSG against Bayern, he lost to Hansi Flick, he lost to Butler, Brendan Rodgers, and twice in a row now to Klopp.
I see your point.
You're right.
I see your point. No. Look, I mean, but my response to that could be: I look at that Carabao Cup final. Tactically, Tuchel did everything that he could. The manager's job is done when I put you in a position to score. If you can't score, I'm sorry, there's nothing a manager can do. Mount had 2 amazing chances, and Pulisic had an amazing chance at the Carabao Cup final. They didn't take them away. Another very close game. Chelsea had really good chances.
But
So
if you look at today's game, right, and the previous game, won't you say that there were 2 similar games?
you mean this final and the Carabao Cup final?
Yes.
No, it was switched. Chelsea really put Liverpool under a lot of pressure for most of that Carabao Cup final. Liverpool completely outplayed Chelsea in our first half.
So now that's my problem with Tuchel, whereby being a good tactician that he is, he's supposed to learn from his previous mistake, whereby I was expecting Werner to play today's game.
But do you know what a key thing is? Kovacic wasn't fully fit. A fully fit Kovacic, the midfielder doesn't get pimp slaps like that, and I think that was key. Like, everyone was fully fit in that Carabao Cup final. In this game, Jorginho, it is what it is. Kante wasn't fully fit, which is why he didn't start. Kovacic wasn't fully fit, coming back from that big injury a few days ago.
And the sad part is
screwed over. Sorry.
The sad part is Liverpool is actually not even in their best form. If you look at the last previous games, I think from the Villarreal game, they haven't really been at their best. Hence, you can see that even their players look a bit leggy and tired. So this was the best chance to beat them.
But Chelsea have also looked trash as well.
No, you've always been trash. Like, you being trash is nothing new. Even when you won the Champions League, like, you being trash is not an irregular thing. You just turn up for big games, which I was expecting you guys to do today, and I was so disappointed.
What's also called Gatlock? Talk to me, and then I'll come to your Hawk again. Gatlock.
First of all, HS is your leg penny.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm fit.
Yeah, good. Are you sure you can stay stand for 1 more hour?
I can't. I'm gonna sit down very soon. So this was
It
for
this
fitness.
thought probably stacks. Like, I mean, what's up there, man?
Talk about the game, man. Talk about the game.
Okay, you see, I can tell you a lot about the game except for the second half of extra time because I slept. Because at that point it started getting boring. The game was good. It was, when I say good, I'm stretching it. It was decent. You see, because I watched the highlights of the Carabao Cup, and it was far more interesting. And I was just seeing how Mount and Pulisic were just missing chances like crazy. Man, that shit made me laugh, man. That's so funny. And yet again, Pulisic was just missing. I forgot Mount was actually on the pitch, to be fair. And when Mount missed, God, I was actually praying for Tsimikas to score because I was like, this would be a good narrative.
It just had to, of all the people,
Bro, I was hoping for two people to miss, Jorginho and Mount. Because the narratives would have been too funny. But anyway, yeah, man, Liverpool, man, they did well, man. I mean, bro, how can you guys get silver tripit in the FA Cup, man? How can you guys do a tripit of silver?
It's unprecedented. It's never happened before.
What's it with London clubs and being known for bottling? I mean, there's Tottenham, there's Arsenal. Now, I never knew Chelsea for bottling. But nowadays, it's like, I understand Liverpool, they're stronger than you. But Arsenal and Leicester, but anyway, sure. This game was decent. Pretty much went the same way the first leg went. The Carabao Cup final went except for the fact that Liverpool actually dominated you this time. They did sort of play well in the Carabao Cup final, but you guys had hella chances. You had chances today in this game, but man, bro, did you see that Lukaku shot that skied over the ball?
Yeah.
Man, this is bad, man. Lukaku, and that's the only striker, man. Like, and you guys are not losing Rudiger and Christensen. Like, man, it's peak for you guys, man. Let's see what Todd Bowley does, man. Because, bro, people around there are making moves, man. City, Liverpool, even Arsenal for some stupid reason. And even Tottenham himself. Your HH, man. Look, to be fair, this was supposed to be your...
What happens is just pray for the best, man.
Yeah. To the best. Look, anyway, Mount is just look forward, man. This is Tuchel's... he's been to finals every competition he has been in. So that's kudos to him. But, you gotta finish the job, man. You only finish the job probably once. I know he finished job against Palmolive, but against top managers, like City, he only finished it once. So it's like, look, you just need to look. Let's see what happens next season, man. You guys have to write off this season, man, and build for next season.
Hokage, talk to me, man.
Are you good, HH? I was watching that stream earlier.
No. All I'm saying is that it's very simple. I'm desperate to know what the Mount apologists will say now, because highest goals and assists, but you missed 2 clear chances in the Carabao Cup final, and you missed your penalty. And the key thing on Kage is that he went 7th.
Yeah,
he went 7th. So you should be in the first 5. You went 7th.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my thing about Mount. It's like Mount isn't this trash player, but the thing is with Mount can't be your main guy. You know what I mean? Like at Bayern, I love Mount, not as a starting player, as a rotational player, a squad player. Like great. Mount has the quality for that. Like he has quality, but he's not a guy. Chelsea are the champions of Europe. He's not a guy who should be he should be starting, but he shouldn't be the guy you guys are relying on. You know what I mean?
Do you know what Mount is? And people don't say Mount is a better version of Vasquez for Real Madrid.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
Yeah.
He's a better version of Lucas Vasquez. But look, he's a good player, but he isn't a main guy. But you put him there, he's going to do a job.
Like he's not Lampard. Like Chelsea fans, I swear, they expect Lampard style things out of him. You know what I mean? Like they prop him up like that. But the reality is he's not at that level. You know what I mean?
And he probably wouldn't get that because Lampard was a unique midfielder in terms of goal scoring. So.
And the unfortunate thing for Chelsea is your other investments have not exactly popped off on a consistent level like you guys have expected to. Like we know about the Werner Lukaku stuff. Kai Havertz, he had like a good 3 months at the beginning of this year, but he's struggling again. You know what I mean? Ziyech, I remember he was popping out for like 2 months this season, disappeared again. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate because Mount, I feel like, can excel in a squad where all the other forwards aren't completely breaking it up. But unfortunately, because the squad is like this for Chelsea right now, he's expected to step up, but he doesn't have that capability. And he has a lot of trust from a lot of the Chelsea supporters to step up. But at this point, is like, it's not going to work. You guys need to bring in better players. He can't be your main guy. So that's like the issue. And as for Liverpool, like, it's that point of the season, like, Man City faltered and they didn't get to the final. Like, they're just, whatever way they can is whatever. A win is a win at this point. Like, whatever way, it doesn't have to be pretty. It's another title. They have 2 in the bag. And let me ask a question. So, say they lose, I don't think they're winning the league. Say they win the Champions League. Do we still count that as a treble?
No.
No, it has to be
the official thing of a treble is your league, the Champions League, and your major cup trophy. That's the treble.
But seeing where Liverpool was last year, and I know it was the injury thing, to come into this season, they look just like the old Liverpool, if not better, because I think Luis Diaz, man. If Luis Diaz can fix up his finishing, he's could be in contention for the best player in the Premier League next year. I'm serious. Like,
for sure.
I was witnessing in that first 30 minutes, like, I felt bad for Chalobah because he's a young defender, but he was playing amazing. But I think at sometimes he could have shot. He could just rip one across the goal instead of like trying to look for the pass. And he also missed a couple chances, but man, that guy is special. Like, he has completely added a different style to that Liverpool attack. And even though I'm not a Liverpool fan, I just honestly at times I'm tuning in to watch Luis Diaz play at this point. Like, I don't care what Salah's doing. Luis Diaz is just a joy to watch.
He's the guy. Luis Diaz is
It reminds me of Sané, Leroy Sané.
No, this guy's right now he's better than Sané. Sorry, but I see what you mean.
I'm talking about that raw pace. Sané, not Mane.
No, I know you said Sané. He's better than Sané, bro.
At least currently, right now, he's better than Sané on form and everything. Like,
there's more ability on the ball that he has. So
yeah, but like with the 2 trophies Liverpool has gotten, seeing where they were last season, everyone was counting them out, saying, "Oh, they won't get top 4, this and that," disregarding them. To have 2 trophies, and I give him a 50-50 chance in that Champions League final. Man, what a season! And the Klopp is staying for an extra 2 years on top of what he was already saying, and they have a solid squad. Liverpool's just, in my opinion, like, they're just so set off right now. Hopefully, unlike my club, they don't ruin what they have. The squad they have right now, they don't ruin what they have, like my dog shit club. But yeah,
adore it, and we're gonna get to your boys very soon. Let me just take some dopes, man. So shout out to where we at right now. Okay, hold up. Dajo RF, thank you for the Dajo RF. Todd, send us RJ for 70 mil. Plus, we can also do a Zad Kai swap. You'll need the creativity. Look at Coutinho. Hashtag RJ to Real Madrid. Dajo, there is no chance in hell that we're doing that. But I'll tell you what I'll do. We can do a Mount Hazard swap. I'm very happy to swap Mounts for Hazard. I'll happily do that. So if you're happy for that, that's the swap that I would happily do.
If certain parts of the Twitter community they heard you say that, you would be like,
I know. Abdul, let them come. Come at me, bro.
I'll swap Mount for a condom, man.
No. Just like Gus in Breaking Bad, man.
You need the FBI.
So shout out to your boy Mo. Calm down, you losers. Won a league in 30 better than Invincibles. Liverpool fans always act like victims with that hog merchants. Mo, you're an Arsenal fan. You can't talk. Take Mo. You've never won the Champions League. So, for instance, okay, it's 1 league in 30, but they've still won it. So you've never won the Champions League.
They've never won Europa League.
So you've never won a major European trophy. So Mo, focus on your top 4 trophy. Focus on top 4 trophy, then we can talk. Please, thank you. Casey, thank you for the dub, Casey. Teams with 2 CLs and 4 Fugazi European Cups are talking too much. You have won 3, max 5 major trophies in 30 plus years. Pep won that in 3 years at Barca.
You know what?
Casey, no. Casey, you have to look at context. Who did he have in that Barca team? And what has Pep done since that to Barcelona?
But that's not the case. He's making a point for Barca against Liverpool.
Dude, honestly, with Pep with that Barca team, he should have three-peated. Like he should have beaten that.
I need to respond to Casey here because he is insulting me. So
Yeah, but by the way, Undisputed, we checked European Cups, what they were like, how the rules were, and stuff like that, bro.
These history matches,
First
man. History
of all,
matches.
we have you guys have 5, we have 6, soon
No,
to
you
be
don't have
7.
6. You don't have 6. You don't have 6.
We do.
Bro.
We have
No,
6.
you don't.
Sorry,
They don't
I don't
count.
make
There
the
was no yellow
rules.
card.
Okay,
There was
first
no
of all,
red card,
Casey.
bro.
Okay, look, let him count that.
Casey, first of all, Casey, funny that you say Liverpool fans live in the past when you live in the past because you keep talking about Pep's Barca. Why don't you talk about Barca today? Your club is bankrupt. You sign players like Memphis Depay and Aubameyang. It's 2022.
They helped
Man City. Let me land, guys. Let me land. It's 2022, and you still start Busquets and Jordi Alba because your club
Didn't
is
you sign
bankrupt.
Minamino? Didn't you sign Minamino or something?
You spent 160 million on Coutinho because you guys are morons.
You spent 10 million on Keita.
We spent.
Let him talk.
We spent that 160 million. We spent
Wait,
that on
how
Van
much
Dijk.
money did you spend trying to
Bro,
win the league title
Abdul.
in the last 30 years?
Wait, this Barcelona fan is bringing smoke? Where?
Abdul.
Let's just put it talk.
Okay, so you spent 160 billion on Coutinho. We spent that money on Alisson, Fabinho, and Van Dijk. We won the Champions League by beating you guys 4-0. And now you guys are finished.
How many
You're
Champions Leagues
basically.
have you won the last 20 years? Who's won more Champions League the last 20 years?
We've won 6. You've won 5.
The last
I
20
don't care.
years. Who's won more?
Who's won more? Who's won more in the last 5
Abdul,
years?
you're not even a Barca fan, so why are you even
I'm just
talking?
asking who won more the
You're a
last 20
Citizens
years.
fan.
We're talking about
Abdul keeps moving up goalposts, man.
Hold
It's
on,
fun.
hold
It's
on,
fun.
hold on, hold on.
Okay.
Pep underachieved with Barca. Like they were the best team in the
Insecurity
world.
jumping out.
09, 010, 011, and 12. They were better than Chelsea in 2012. This guy underachieved. There's no way he won 2 Champions Leagues.
There's so many. You know what's funny, HH, real quick. You know what's funny? There's so many bitter Barca fan in the comments. Like, why are you even Barca fans anymore? Messi left. There's no reason left to be a Barca fan. Messi was the only reason.
You have to be faithful.
Nah, but bro, all I'm saying is that if you don't beat Real Madrid, man, we
Hold
going.
on. Okay, Casey. Mount's apologists say he's the reason for top 4, and those guys are a bunch of freaking morons. That's all I could say. So, guys, let's go. So, Hokage, is your mic working there, Hokage?
Of course.
All right.
Shout out Hokage, man.
I need you to please give us the lowdown as to what's going on right now.
Hokage,
He's leaving. He's leaving. HH. It's over.
Okay, here's okay. Let me phrase it like this: is there a scenario he stays for that 1 more year? Is there a scenario?
HH. He shed the tears today. He was shedding tears. Like,
oh wow,
there's no coming back from that. I was shedding the tears. He was shedding the tears. Like, there's no coming back from that.
Okay, can you go into detail? So, is this mainly just about money? And they said we can't
No,
give you the
that's
money
the
you
thing.
want
There's
for
so
your
much
age.
missing. It's not money. All Lewandowski wanted. This is. Oh, Hasan Salihamidzic. I hate this guy. I hate this guy with my whole soul. I hate this Hassan guy. All this guy wanted is that 1 extra year. He wanted a 3-year contract. He wanted it's like if Real Madrid right now, Benzema is playing on peak frequency, best player in the world by 3,000 miles. It's like if Real Madrid and if Benzema was on the last year of his contract, and it's like if Real Madrid disrespected Benzema by saying, no, we're not going to extend the guy and give him what he wants, who's in his peak years right now, and we're going to flirt with Haaland. We're going to flirt with Nkunku. We're going to flirt with some other Bundesliga flops. No. This guy just wanted the trust of the board, and he felt disrespected. And now we're in a position where he said, no, I'm not going to extend. No, I'm not. And what's the point? If a guy doesn't want to stay here, why would we keep him that extra year? You know what I mean?
No. My thing is that if, let's say, Haaland has now already gone to Man City, that's now done. I don't know about the whole Nkunku thing. If there isn't a replacement out there, that's you're going to get. You can't take out a dude and there's no dude coming in. So if let's say, okay, 60 mil, but we just actually have a target who we know we can get for sure for this amount of money we'd get for selling him, you can't let Lewandowski go and not have a replacement ready-made.
They're getting Timo.
It's true, but the guy wants to leave, and I don't know, I don't want a guy I was listening to what Core was saying a couple days ago about this.
Look, Core has a few screws.
No, okay. Here, Core is somewhat right. Lewandowski under Nagelsmann, and this is also partly, I think, why he's pushing towards a move, is because he was partly right. Lewandowski has been getting pushed out of the build-up in the final third. He's been kind of resulted to, no, we just want you for goals. But this is where Core was getting it wrong. He was like, no, I need Jonathan Davids for the build-up plays. What the dude? No. This guy is Lewandowski because of his build-up plays. And the reason why it's not working out, because Lewandowski has been resorted to goal poacher kind of, and he has to get involved, he's having to drop into midfield. But that's not what Lewandowski does. HH, remember, just like in a quick example, that Chelsea game in 1920, the link-up plays him and Gnabry were doing in the final third. It wasn't in the midfield.
No, but okay. Dortmund under Klopp, he was known for coming in deep and linking with Marco Reus and so forth, because
that's
he was
true. Yeah, and he's still doing that. But I'm talking about in that final third, he's been outcasted. The play doesn't revolve around him. They're just spamming crosses. Like Cor was saying, Villarreal second leg, we're spamming crosses like it's a FIFA game. You know what I mean? So in that aspect, I understand why he wants to leave, but it's just so frustrating as a Bayern fan that we've let all of these players go because we've left their contracts until the year before they expire to extend them. Lewandowski, all he wants, it's not about money. 25 million, you guys, 25 million is a lot. This guy has made enough money. Lewandowski isn't supposed to be here. This guy, no one, when he was 19, he wasn't Mbappe. No one knew about Lewandowski. Lewandowski's not. It's not about the money.
So Lewandowski wants one more year.
Yeah. So he wants apparently, and here's what it came out today that Lewandowski in the post-match interview said, "No, I was never offered any contract." Right, but under this whole time, our sporting director Hassan, who I hate so much, I hate his guts, has came out. No, he rejected our offer of 2 years, and it turns out they never offered him anything. So our club is just in shambles right now in terms of transfers, and all he wants is that third year. He doesn't want 2 years. He wants 3 years, and I think that's warranted, right? Like Lewandowski he's like Benzema. He's reached his peak at around 32, 33, 34, and I truly believe he has 2 to 3 good years left in him. I truly believe that. But the fact that they won't give him that extra year signals to Lewandowski that they don't trust in him. They've spent 6 months, 7, 8 months flirting with Haaland. Now Haaland signed for Man City, so now we're screwed. We disrespected Lewandowski. He doesn't want to extend. He's probably going to go to Barcelona, and we're losing a 50. Like the past 4 years, we're losing a 50 goal a year striker. 50 goals a year. We're screwed for next season.
But let me ask you this: if let's say people say, okay, no, Lewandowski losing him is bad. He has to replace the goals. We know how good he is and how consistent he is. But if they say, okay, Nagelsmann is at the end of the day, it's about winning. It's just about winning. And Nagelsmann says, Timo Werner, the last time Timo Werner looked good was under my system. At the end of the day, Nagelsmann is the coach. It is his system. It is what it is. So, as a Bayern fan, would you be like, okay, if Lewandowski is going to go,
we're not doing
bring
a
in
swap with
Werner.
Chelsea. I know what you're doing. You're trying to facilitate a Chelsea swap.
No, but it's logical though. No, it's a logical swap.
HJ, at the beginning of the season, you offered me
I have a question for this Bayern fan.
Okay, ask him a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you see, there's this Swedish, or I don't know his country. He's from the same country with them. Ole Gunnar
Isak.
He just,
I think.
Yeah, he just talked about the possibility that if Chelsea can find a way to dislodge Lukaku, like send him away, but there's a chance Lewandowski will end up at Chelsea. That's if there's a chance they can. The stumbling block between Chelsea going in for Lewandowski is Lukaku. But if they bring in a player that's not good enough, in your opinion, to replace Lewandowski, would you see this as Nagelsmann bringing Bayern Munich down to his level? For example, the way he was at Leipzig, he has brought the mentality over to Bayern. He has not gone up. Rather, he has brought Bayern Munich to his level. So would you think bringing in a striker like Nkunku to replace, you call him a 50-goal a season striker, would you say he's bringing Bayern down to his level? And you guys can
highly rated. But Hokage, answer the question. I mean, what was your view on that?
Yeah, and would you mean as in? I'm sure that would not help you guys compete in European level, like the Champions League level.
There is some truth that I do think he's brought the team down, but that was always. This is something that I don't understand with Bayern fans. Is like we're bringing in a guy who plays a completely different system. Hansi Flick's 4-2-3-1 gegenpress is completely different from Nagelsmann's 3-3-5-2, 3-4-3. You know what I mean? It's completely different. He's a 34-year-old coach, and I think the thing about Bayern and the reason why Bayern fans are so disappointed is because they were expecting a Champions League. You guys, he's a 34-year-old coach. We just brought our leader in the back is Upa Mechanic. Like we need to lower our Bayern fans need to lower their expectations.
Can I ask you a question regarding Upamecano? Right?
Yeah, hold on.
Hold on.
But I don't think it's really Nagelsmann. So I really feel like just the transfer wise, we've really screwed up. Let me just say real quick, when we won the treble, like undoubtedly we were the best team in Europe. We had probably the best team. Ever since that, we let Thiago go, no replacement. Hansi Flick left because they backed Hasan Salihamidzic over Hansi Flick. Right? Huge mistake. We let Alaba and Boateng go for free. When after the treble season, we didn't sign Perisic or Coutinho for cheap fees to back up our squad depth. And we replaced them with Choupo-Moting, Bouna Sarr, etc., etc. Trash players. Sula just left to Dortmund. Dortmund just signed Schlotterbeck, young upcoming center back. They just signed Adeyemi. We're going to let Lewandowski leave. The board has been so intolerant. So sure, Nagelsmann, I feel like Nagelsmann is still in a transition period. Like, Bayern fans need to realize this was our rebuilding phase. It's a new coach. It's a 34-year-old coach, different system. This was kind of a rebuilding phase, and it's not going to be roses next season.
That's why I want to go. Don, before I go to you, let me just ask a question, then I'll go to you, Don. How worried are you this summer transfer window if Lewandowski goes? How worried are you in terms of the recruitment and guys you can bring in if Lewandowski does go and you now have to replace what he brought to Bayern?
Yeah. The thing is, I've liked the business we've done so far, but like it's easy to replace it's not easy to replace a 50-goal season striker, you know what I mean? With a market that's so thin on world-class number 9s. Benzema's not coming here. Harry Kane is 300 million for, you know what I mean? Vlahovic and Haaland have just are tied down to massive long-term contracts. So that's the big issue. Like, I like that we've got Mazraoui. It's a guy Nagelsmann wants. We're getting Gravenberch for support in midfield from Ajax. So I like these signings, but I like those signings knowing I thought Lewandowski was staying this whole time. I thought, it's the usual annual Lewandowski to Madrid, Manchester United. You know the deal, how it's been for the last 6 years, you know? But this is the case is that he's leaving this time. And, the only person I'd like as a replacement is Nkunku. But I don't want to get Nkunku and be called Bundesliga ransackers for taking Leipzig's best player again. Like, will Leipzig really allow that? We ransacked their club. Apparently, we're going after their center defensive mid Leimer, and we go after Nkunku again? It's not, like, I'm all for it, but I don't want, we've ransacked the league too much. Like, I need teams to be competitive again. Like, it's for Bayern's own sake if they want to, like, stay healthy in the Champions League and have healthy competition the whole season.
Okay, so Don, what was your question then?
No, my question was, right, having looked at Upamecano and Konate at Liverpool, right, is there any specific reason why you didn't buy Konate instead? Because your defense, even against Salzburg, man, that defense of yours looked like a joke, breaking through it. And I feel like it's one of the reasons, even next season, as long as you have that same defense, man, I don't see you getting into the latter stages of the Champions League. So is there any reason why you got Upamecano instead of Konate?
Here's the problem. In that Leipzig team, Upamecano was the leader in the back, though. Konate was not a side chick yet, but he was a side chick. But here's the thing with Konate. It's easy to look good against Van Dijk, alongside Van Dijk. It's easy to look good alongside Van Dijk. Upamecano is leading. Let me finish. The problem with Bayern's defense right now is that we have Lucas Hernandez. We have Pavard. Are they center backs? Are they left back? Are they right back? We have too many guys that are too versatile. We need out-and-out center backs. And I think starting next season, Upamecano, Lucas Hernandez, and Pavard will be out-and-out center backs. They don't have to play right back. They don't have to play left back. So they can nail down. And that's the problem with this season. I think Nagelsmann changed the back line too much. If you want a back line, you need to stick with the back line and let them grow as a unit. But Nagelsmann changed the back line around so much that we never truly had a 4 that we start, a 3 in the back that we start. It was always changing. So I think next season, Upamecano, Pavard, and Lucas will be the out-and-out starters, and hopefully we could somehow bring in an extra defensive leader to come in there. But I honestly, with our cheap ass,
Isn't Pavard and Lucas fullbacks? Because Pavard is a right back.
Yeah, they're fullbacks.
No, they're center backs. They're center back. Pavard was always a center back. He just played. It's like Boateng at the 2014 World Cup. He was playing 2010 World Cup when he was playing right back, and Lam was playing in CDM for the first. Like,
Can I speak on this?
Actually, let me come to Abdul and come to Mohammed. So,
Yeah,
Abdul,
yeah, for sure.
How do you think Bayern are making a big mistake in letting Lewandowski go, or do you think, hey, the club is bigger than one player? They're too big a club. They'll survive. Or do you think this could be pretty problematic for them going forward?
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's that big of an issue because you have to realize, like nowadays, like you look at teams like Liverpool and Man City, like how they've done it this season. They don't have any striker that's scoring 50 goals, but like they distribute the goals throughout that team. And I feel like for Bayern, you don't need a 50-goal striker if you can like make sure that everybody contributes goals.
Abdul, hold on right there. Are you putting Gnabry and Coman on the same level as Mane and Salah and Jota?
I'm not, but I'm saying like, you can get more out of them. Like Sane, he's only scored 7 league goals this season. You feel me? So, like maybe there is a stumbling block. I don't watch Bayern week in, week out, so I can't tell you necessarily. But we've seen the most successful teams this season in the Premier League. They've been clubs where they don't have an out-and-out number 9. You feel me? So I don't think it's the end of the world for Bayern Munich. I think they can definitely work around it. And Nagelsmann, like he clearly doesn't work with like a number 9 like Lewandowski. So I think if you're gonna stick with Nagelsmann, like Lewandowski has to leave. You feel me? And I feel like for Bayern, they'll figure it out, man. They'll figure it out. And I do agree that there's a lack of number 9s right now in the market, but you never know. Like they have the whole Bundesliga to choose from. So eventually, like a good striker will pop up and they'll get him. You feel me? So I don't think they should worry about it too much. But from the Barcelona perspective, because apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, he's apparently like agreed personal terms with Barcelona. You know, so I think for Lewandowski, it's going to be interesting to see how it works because the way Aubameyang has played this season, the half of the season, it's very much how like an out-and-out number 9 will play. You feel me? Because Aubameyang, he doesn't have no pace anymore. You feel me? So and his link-up play is shit. So I think Lewandowski will do good at Barca. And like for Barcelona, like currently because of their financial situation, they can't go out and spend 80, 90 million on a striker. So they need somebody for the next 2-3 years that can do a job for them until they recover financially. And I think Lewandowski, he would be good. Apparently, they're not even asking for so much because of his situation. Like they're asking for like 35.
40 million. That's not a lot for a guy who has in his prime. That's it's cheap.
Yeah, but Poya, you gotta understand like the transfer value of a player isn't really only. It's mainly related to their sell-on value. And Lewandowski in 2-3 years will have basically no sell-on value. That's why his transfer value is relatively low, although he's still an amazing player. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, like because in 3 years he's not worth anything.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So like I think for Lewandowski, I don't really know like what the thought behind going to Barcelona is really because I can't see Barcelona winning the Champions League the next couple of years. So I think he just wants to he just wants a new challenge, a new environment. And I think he does well because as well, like, I know like a lot of Bayern fans, they're sad, but you have to see it from his perspective as well that he's been at Bayern for so long. He's achieved everything he can achieve,
No, but my thing is that he wanted to stay. It's not as if like I want to live in everything. It's like, I want to stay, but you're not giving me the conditions for me wanting to stay. It'll be very different if it's like, no, I want to leave. I think the idea is that he actually wants to stay. But
possibly so. I agree with that. But I think if Real Madrid came knocking, even if they had offered him a good contract and not disrespected him, I still think he would have wanted to leave. I still think he would have wanted to leave because HH, he's accomplished everything. And HH, like, let's be honest. I know, like, Bayern fans and Bundesliga fans, you're not gonna like to hear this, but HH, this guy scored 40 league goals, and he lost out on the Ballon d'Or to a guy who stat padded against Chile.
It's the real talk. That's real talk. Keep speaking, Abdul. That's real talk.
Yeah, like, and it's a bad look, bro. It's a bad look because this guy was the best player in the world, bro. And they gave it to somebody who scored against Colombia.
Relax, Abdul. Relax.
You feel me?
Respect Copa America. Respect Copa America, man. Hey, what's good, Mohammed? Talk to me. Mohammed, talk to me.
And another thing, one of the other things I was gonna add on to what Abdul was saying is, after what he did, the best they could give Lewandowski is a little cardboard pizza box, bro. And they tried to portray like this was some reward that he deserved. But in terms of with Bayern, what I believe is one of the two biggest mistakes that led to their downfall is them letting. I feel like a lot of people will sleep on this mistake, but them letting Perisic go. When I seen him in the treble season, he was actually money for Bayern Munich. Like, Perisic was actually very good, even though he didn't start the final. Like, in the knockout stages, Perisic was one of their most reliable players in the knockout stages, and it wasn't even like he was earning high wages or he was an expensive transfer or whatever.
He was on loan.
Yeah, but it was strange. Yeah, he was on loan, but I think Bayern had an option to buy him, but they just let him go back. And I was wondering, like, I was even talking to my friend who's a Barca fan. I was like, bro, Bayern he was upset that Perisic packed them out. But I was telling him, like, bro, Bayern messed up by letting Perisic go. And then they followed it up by letting Alaba go as well, which is another big, like, it's two big mistakes. Like, and that led to their recruitment just turning into, it fell off. And then them getting Upamecano, which in hindsight, it looks bad. But at the time, why I think Bayern went for Upamecano is because that's the guy who was getting the hype. Upamecano was the guy who was like, he was the one that was propped up like, oh, the best center back in France, Clairefontaine's best center back that they produced. And Konate, I think because he was injury prone, wasn't getting the hype that Upamecano was getting. That's why Bayern went for Upamecano instead. And yeah, basically, two of Bayern's big mistakes is letting Perisic go back to Inter and letting Alaba go. And then this Lewandowski thing, like, they should have given him the extra year because honestly, a lot of teams in Europe could do with Lewandowski, especially like teams that are challenging for the Champions League.
Mohammed, Mane Lewandowski swap, please. Like,
bro,
please, I need it.
Honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but I think Lewandowski has more to offer. I know it sounds crazy. Mane is more of a Champions League merchant at this point in his career.
So
Mane
wait, hold on. So you would swap Mane for Lewandowski? Is that what you're saying?
It sounds crazy.
No. Just okay.
Yes,
So you would
yes.
swap Mane for Lewandowski?
Mane, I would do Mane free, bro. Mane, I would probably give Mane and Joe Gomez as well. Probably Keita as well for Lewandowski, bro. Like,
no, that's fine. We don't want them. We just want Mane.
So you'd give
bro
3 players just for Lewandowski?
You don't understand how good Lewandowski would be for our system. Like, I'm gonna explain to you because Lewandowski, I would say Mane used to be a league merchant. You remember how good Mane was in 1920 season? Lewandowski is that now. Lewandowski is the thing is with Liverpool, if we have Salah and Lewandowski stat padding, imagine how good we would be, how better off we would be in the league. And then in the Champions League, we don't need Lewandowski to step up in the
Mohammed,
Champions League.
you know what you're underestimating though? You know, Mane off the ball, he's a freaking warrior.
Yeah. Look,
I'm
I'm saying, look, if I'm being honest, as a player, I rate Mane higher than Salah, bro. But for Lewandowski, whatever makes Lewandowski come to Liverpool, take it. Take Salah, take Mane, bro.
All right. So shout out to your boy Miss Benation, man. So Luis Diaz is Vini in his first years at Madrid? No, he's not. Luis Diaz is better. He's better. He looks more complete. Like
That's
Vini was
disrespectful to Diaz.
Yeah, you're being disrespectful. Like, I know that you're a Real Madrid hardcore fan, but come on, that's disrespectful to Luis Diaz.
Vinny was in the Brick Academy, bro.
He was. Shout out to your boy Mo says, Hokage, let's make a deal. Beat us 5-0 next season and give us Lewandowski, and we give you Laka, he can hold up the play, maybe twerk on the opposition's players. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to be happening. More, you complete psychopath, man. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. L Lad says, HH Brown wants. I don't know. I'm like, actually, Hooker, do you think you'll get money? What's your hopes of you? Because there has been talk. Do you think you'll get money this summer?
Here's my hope. At first, it was like shut down that no, it never happened. But Christian Falk, a really reliable like guy in Germany that reports on Bayern News and Bundesliga News, like he said, yes, they've contacted Mane's representatives, and the only thing that gives me hope that this happens is okay, Mane, what if you guys win the Champions League? Okay, you've won 2 Champions Leagues at Liverpool. You know, you've won a Premier League. You know what I mean? Like, all right, he's been there a long time now too. He's been there he's been there a while. So that my only hope is he wants a new challenge, and Bayern Munich is a pretty decent club to go to from Liverpool. If I'm being real, so that's my only hope. But I don't know.
Okay. Casey, thank you, Casey. We shouldn't sign Lewandowski if it means a weaker midfield. So obviously talking from a Barca perspective.
I agree.
So
no, he means that if they have to sell Frankie de Jong to afford Lewandowski.
Yeah. No. Let's just say so. No, you.
But actually,
I don't get this De Jong hype, man.
But wait, HH, do you really rate De Jong that highly, bro?
Dude, over the last 3 years, he's been inconsistent and he hasn't developed.
Look, my thing, bro. I said Frankie de Jong needs daddy in Nine Hag, and people said that, oh my gosh, you haven't watched Frankie for Barcelona and stuff. I was like, I'm sorry, the guy that we saw for Ajax ain't the guy that we saw for Frankie.
But Delta, you have to understand. Wait, Delta, I know what you're gonna ask. Like, yes, he's not been amazing for Barca, but he's worth the money for United because they're gonna play under Ten Hag, and under Ten Hag he'll cook, bro.
But has he developed since he came to Barca though? As a player, did you see him becoming any better than the first time he came to Barca?
Yeah, but it's tough because he hasn't had his daddy at Barca, bro. So
he needs daddy. He needs daddy. He needs daddy.
So he's a system mission.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Your boy here says CR7 to Bayern. Never mind, just manifesting it. There is a 0% chance that Bayern Munich will buy Cristiano Ronaldo.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Let me not get attacked about this. Let's just say 8 tax. Let's just say 8.
There's a lot of United. There's a lot of CR7 fans that want him to buy him.
Yeah, but I don't think Bayern do the whole Instagram thing and so forth. Like, that's a United thing. All right, guys. So our final thing before we get out of here, man. The Pog. Now, Fab has tweeted, and he has said that I'm hearing Juventus. I'm hearing Juventus, man. Barry, do you see Pogba returning back to Juventus, or do you think that, first of all, it would be a bad move, and can they even afford Homeboy and his wages?
I have a lot of questions about this because I remember when Pogba used to ball for Juventus earlier in the past decade and everything. Great player, great all-around midfielder. But one thing that he had at Juventus in the midfield was that he had like the veteran leaders and great players around him in the midfield, like Pirlo, who we all know his quality.
Yeah.
Good players in Marquinhos. He was a very underrated player for Juventus. So like he had some elements that he can pick on, and it really helped to really become the player that we knew. But now their circumstances are different because now if he goes to Juventus, he's gonna have to be the leader. He's gonna have to be that guy to really be one of the key guys in the team, really push them forward to the next step. And I don't think that Juventus they have what it takes right now to really contend to be one of the best teams in the world.
Where do you think he should go? If you're advising him, where do you think Pogba should go? Because he's definitely leaving this summer, and he has to leave. Where do you think he goes? Or where do you think he should go?
I think he should go because right now, how old is he? 29?
No. Where do you think he should go to? Which club do you think he should go to? No, he's leaving. He's staying at United. But where should he go?
There's some options like PSG, City. Maybe I've heard some rumors about it on everything, but I don't know, man. There's many. The world is for him. There's many options about, and yeah.
Delta, would you want Labille at your club?
It's difficult, man. It's honestly very difficult to say. Like Labille and Paul Pogba is a very two different kind of players. Like when you get Labille, you know you're getting a midfielder who is world class and one of the best players in his position. But when you talk about Jogba, this guy turns into
Respect
literally.
to World Cup winner. Respect to World Cup winner, man.
Yeah. I mean, he was Labille for France. He was Labille
So,
for the
okay,
World Cup.
would if let's say Paul say, hey, I'm here, I'm so for everything, would you say, what do you want? We waited and so forth. Let's come, or we're like, not too sure.
That's the thing. I'm not too sure. Like, as a player, he's just so inconsistent, and not even like in big matches. Really, just regular league matches.
But okay, also let me give you an argument here. You're right, but compare playing with Bruno Fernandes, McTominay, Fred, to playing with Idris Gueye, Marco Verratti, Danilo, and so forth. Like some people, they play to what their qualities around them.
I know you didn't just mention Danilo, man.
I was just trying to think. But Delta, Danilo or McTominay?
I mean, they're both the same.
Why not then, bro? Why not then?
Dude, the thing is, even if he came to PSG, I still say that's not enough. I think like Verratti, Pogba, yeah, you could say that's a
mid. Verratti and Pogba in the same team.
Yeah, that's a duo. But I think we need like a Tchouaméni or something, man. Like we want more than that. Like we want I want to go through next season secured, because going through this season when we bought Messi, I was like, a midfield. It's not really highly rated. I want world-class players on every single position going through next season. I want to be feeling confident going to the Champions League. Because my argument here is we got Kimpembe, who's literally drunk when he comes on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think his brain cells work.
No.
We got Marquinhos, who sometimes he performs in some big games, some other games. I think he's more suited to a DM role, but it is what it is. And honestly, just our midfield just sucks, dude. It literally just sucks. Like ask anyone. Look at these players. Paredes. There's rumors she's going to Italy this summer. That's good. I mean, I would take him as a squad rotation player, but as a starting role player, nah, he shouldn't be anywhere near close to that. The only starter that I'm comfortable with in that midfield is Verratti. So Pogba coming in, and if he plays like in France, I'd be more than happy to take him. And I still think that's not enough. I think we need a Tchouaméni, and going through that with this midfield trio next season, I'll be more than confident to say, okay, we're among the favorites to win the Champions League. I would never say we're the favorites, but I'd say we're among the favorites because just anyone, like ask anyone going through that midfield and that attack and the defense, you'd ask we have a world class player in every single position now. But no
UCL.
Yeah, no UCL as of yet, and just like I said, man, like I'm just trying to like he's gonna cost a lot of money. I know he's coming for free, but his wages are going to be astronomical high.
Delta, are you trying to tell me that money is a stumbling block for Paris Saint-Germain? Is that trying to tell me? Oh, jeez, man! Oh my God, this is too much money. We can't afford it. Really, Delta?
No, I'm not. I didn't mean it like that. But it's just like I don't want these players to come in and do absolutely nothing while earning high wages that our fans pay for. And I'm like,
okay, Delta. Here's the thing. Trash.
Delta, did you just say your fans pay for their wages?
Yeah, I mean, like the revenue, season ticket
the
holders.
oil money pays.
No. Forget that. No, Delta. My thing is that are you telling me that Pogba, who is French, he's down in Paris on home and everything, and who that will play up to the kind of pleasant qualities around him, there isn't a there's not a greater likelihood that you will see Labille rather than Jogba, because at the end of the day, if there's trash around you, it is what it is. And Pogba is one of those players, as we've seen with France, if there's quality around him, he will look better. Look at him at Juve with Vidal and Pirlo. Look at him in France with Matuidi and Kante. If you now have Idris Gueye and Verratti around him, he's going to look a lot better. So I just think it's crazy that you actually say, I don't know. he'll look good. But Delta, see, the issue with PSG, it's bigger than just Pogba. I believe Pogba will do well at PSG because of the quality that's around them. It's about who's the manager, who's the coach, what's the system, how guys have been utilized.
Exactly. That's what I'm.
Yeah, I agree with you, Atish. Like if he came in as Labille and he played to his best, I think him, pretty much everyone around him would be better because I feel like he does make his teammates better, and we've seen that. And sometime with Manchester United, I remember when like Ole came in and they were just going through a win streak and they beat us at our home ground. You know, it is what it is. But you know, with Pogba, it's just like I know you're talking about the old Pogba when he was at Juventus, but I'm just like a little like nerve wracking if he like lost some of that ability because I know he's going through injuries right now. I know he's having a hard time.
Did you see Pogba at the Euros, which was last year?
Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, he was France's best midfielder.
Yeah. And that was last year. So my thing is that every time he turns up for France, he's what it is. Delta, tell me one United player who's looked amazing apart from De Gea, who is the keeper. In the past 6 years, tell me one United player who's looked great for United.
Bruno looked good in some months.
Delta, stop it. That was
Bro said Fernandes, bro.
I'm telling you, Trish, it was CR7 fault that Bruno is not good anymore. And I can back that up with stats, but I don't want to go into that.
Abdul, I will stab you in the eye if you play that receipt.
Okay, so Pogba when he's at France, how many midfielders do you think are better than him? Like when he plays for France, you see his quality.
Not many, because Modric is past it. I've never rated De Bruyne. When Pogba for France, for me, he's the best midfielder in the world. For France, there's no one better. Don't talk to me about De Bruyne. He's a stats padder. Good, but he's a stats padder. And Modric, it's not like come on. He's 37. Modric will give you one outstanding performance, but sustained because of his age. So
what is it that you see in Pogba that you think is different from the other midfielders? Is it his like intelligence? Is it his long
all
plays?
round his technical ability, his goal scoring ability, his passing ability, his football IQ, his footballing brain, and so forth. Because when Pogba came into this, I said, no, this is talent-wise. The guy, he's one of the most talented players in the world
package
for talent, because of his passing, his shooting, his balance, his ball control, his technique, and his footballing brain. But that footballing brain is wasted with nonsense at United. So,
yeah, it does suck, man. Like, seeing such a young player, and I remember him being like among the 11th in the Ballon d'Or list.
Yeah,
and he just came to United and they completely ruined him.
Man. And that's what Pogba, he messed up because he should have led United ages ago. Like for me, I'm saying this right now. I cannot see any other club apart from PSG for Pogba to go to, because Juve, you don't have the freaking money, bro. You don't have the money, and also his good friend Dybala is leaving.
But they do have the money, bro.
Nah, man, they bought Vlahovic.
How was it they signed Vlahovic, bro? How was it they signed Vlahovic?
Bro, that's only
Abdul,
fans money.
do you want me to say that's on air? I don't think you want me to say that on air.
Bro, can I speak on this?
Bro. Wait, let me, because SK hasn't spoken yet. So SKFC, talk to me. Pogba.
In terms of where I think he should go, I think Pogba is the type of player that he thrives when he has midfielders around him to kind of do the dirty work. So, like, in terms of fit, I think he'd fit really well at the clubs like Chelsea, or I actually do think he would fit well at PSG, just for the fact that there's just so many high quality players that I think he would actually have the space to actually really express himself on the pitch. In terms of where I think he would end up, I think it'd probably be PSG, just because of the whole French connection. Them being one of the only real clubs that can actually afford him. And in terms of how well I think he would do, I honestly don't really know.
So you can't vouch that he does well if he plays with the variety and so forth in that midfield.
I think he would. But however, one of the things that I guess kind of like goes beyond football in a sense is, like, I don't even think Pogba's really been that bad for Man United over his career. But when things go bad for United,
But SK, he's underwhelmed, man.
I know. What I was gonna say is, when things go bad for United, he doesn't really have
the spine or the character to kind of rise above it, which I think has been the major issue. So, and we already know PSG have a history of doing that too. So, in that sense, I don't know if Pogba would be like, for example, if Pogba was playing in that Real Madrid tie where they choked, would he have the character to lift the team above when everybody else is doing bad? I don't think he would. So, in that sense, I don't really think he fixes the problem. But in terms of a fit, I don't think it's bad in that sense. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Oh no! I do. Because to stop LSG, it's about we're in a fix. Who is the Benzema that can help us out of this situation? And I think that's the issue.
But can I ask you a
goes with the
question, though?
character thing. But Barry, ask for it, and then come to Mohammed.
Yeah, because the thing is that I understand what Delta is trying to say with, oh, I want world class players at any position possibly, but do you think it's more of a case where PSG don't always need them world class players always in their squad? They just need the right guys to work under the system and the new
Yeah.
manager that's gonna come in, because I think every world class player in a position in the team isn't gonna work all the time.
No, because
Because it's the same thing with the Galacticos. PSG, of course, they can win the UCL, but the way they can win the UCL is if you have a proper structure and the manager has full control. If the manager has full control, like look at with Carlo with Real, Pep with City, Klopp with Liverpool, and the box stops with him, that's what happens, because the issue is the individuals, they are the superstars and they rule everything. Because what you need is that, no, I have a clear system. Everything stops with me, and here is how I'm going to roll. So, but let's keep it real. They brought in Tuchel. What did Tuchel really do prior to PSG? You brought in Pochettino. What did Pochettino really do prior to PSG? Now I thought Emery could have done better or so forth, but again, a miracle at Camp Nou happened. But again, I believe that despite what happened there and so forth, I think that they should have stuck with Emery, because that was just a freak game. And I believe if PSG had kept Emery, they probably would have won that UCL. If they just kept and stayed with him. But the key thing, he had the full support. Because remember, Neymar pretty much screwed him over. Like, Neymar pretty much compromised his power. But if they gave Emery full power, because Emery is a cup manager. A cup manager and have quality players, Emery wins the UCL with PSG. 100%. I believe that. But they
went out the way, and
I was going to give the support. Let me go to Mohammed. Talk to Mohammed.
Yeah, for me, if I was advising Pogba, out of all the teams, that would suit him the best, because we've seen him at his best when Kante and Matuidi was doing the dirty work for him, like SK was just saying. And for me, the best team to help him in that way is Real Madrid, because they have the Casemiro, they have the Valverde, and they have the Camavinga. And those three specific player profiles suit him better than any player at PSG. Because they have the Igana Gay, but Igana Gay isn't at the level of Casemiro in terms of, he might have work rate, but the quality isn't there. And same with Camavinga and Valverde.
I disagree, man. I think like Verratti would be what Conte is for France for Paul Pogba. Like what Conte do is very similar to what Verratti does.
But Verratti is always injured most of the time, dude.
He honestly hasn't been that injured this season. And,
no, I'm saying at the key stages. Like I remember even when we versed you, one of the legs he wasn't injured.
Yeah. That was last.
I'm saying in
season.
the Champions League campaign, most of the time you find out at key stages he's not 100% fit.
Yeah, but I'm talking this season. He's been fit. Like he was fit for the first leg and the second leg of the Champions League. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from last season, but I don't know. Maybe he improved his injury record this season. But yeah, back to what he was saying. But I don't think Real Madrid needs Paul Pogba. I honestly don't see them needing him.
No.
Yeah, I'm saying I know they might not need him, but in terms of who, like the best platform to perform on the highest level, I think that I think he'll struggle if he goes to PSG, because they don't have the proper structure for him to perform at the highest level if he doesn't have the cover for his defensive frailties. That's my point.
Let me take some dubes. Trust your boy here, who says Pogba won the World Cup. After that motivation, he went to Alaska. Now, by Alaska, do you mean Man United or do you mean the Brick Academy? What do you mean by that?
I thought it was in Siberia.
Yeah, probably means so, but nobody has looked good for United. That is my issue. So my thing is that people say, "Oh no, Pogba's been trash." He's under. Who at United has looked good apart from De Gea? De Gea is the only guy who's actually looked quality, and that's it. Zuateng TV, man, thank you for that dub, Zuateng, man. If Pogba goes to Juve, it's bad. Clearly, that means Real Madrid and PSG don't want him. His dream was always to play for Real Madrid, but Don Perez doesn't rate him. I don't see that happening. Real Madrid and Pogba doesn't happen. If I was a betting man, I really believe that Pogba and PSG is the move that happens. Because remember, PSG think about branding. They'll always think about branding, and they're like, my gosh, we can have Pogba, who is French, play for PSG. Oh my gosh, like the
And
branding thing is so
especially
good.
if Mbappe leaves, it makes
Especially if
an
Mbappe leaves
ideal
as well.
scenario
You need
whereby
another
someone else
star
will play
stuff.
for
And also,
Portugal.
like, my thing about it is that it's rather than focus on, as another superstar, what kind of issue will this be? Under the right manager, Pogba, Messi, Neymar, of course you could win a UCL with those players, but you
I
need the
think
right manager.
Zidane, though. Zidane would have to be the manager to get them over the line.
That's the thing, because you need somebody who is good in cups, but who will also demand the respect from these dudes. That's the key thing that you need. Casey, Pogba's only weakness is his press resistance. I think Pogba can be press
Yeah.
resistant, bro.
I just Pogba's
I
press
think he can be.
resistant.
No, he is. Because if with the kind of ability and skill he has, he can be. Just
Yeah.
that, you know.
It's only
United.
defensively. Yeah.
Your boy here says PSG should sign Peter Crouch. What a joke of a club. It's a bit harsh, yeah? It's a little bit harsh. Jose Mario dos Santos Mourinho. CFC ungrateful fans. I won the League Cup and FA Cup in 07. Hopefully not directing that towards me because, bro, I will not be nowhere ungrateful. I am fully ungrateful. I'm fully grateful towards Mourinho. Only clowns, Chelsea fans. Only clowny Chelsea fans will be ungrateful to a guy like
Rory
Mourinho.
Jennings. Rory Jennings.
You know what? You know what about Mourinho, man? Like it was Don who came up with Zidane, but I was seeing the kind of football he's playing with Roma, man. They looked good. So if he came to PSG, I wouldn't mind it. Like I honestly wouldn't mind it.
I said before, and I said this, I think, like a year or so ago, because you know, PSG they need like a strong guy who is authoritarian.
Yeah.
Mourinho.
Not this Mourinho, though. This Mourinho is
this Mourinho can win.
Man.
Because
Not this one.
But don't you say this Mourinho? How good were the players he had at Man United? How good were the players he had at Tottenham? These Roman guys are bums. He's taking this bomb so he fuck final.
Yeah, but
it's the wrong personality.
So hold on, Don, what are you saying?
I'm saying he had personalities to get him across when he won that Europa. He had Zlatan,
Exactly.
who was a big key figure in the dressing room.
And then after that, who did he have?
Outside, he had no one.
So
And you
my
can
thing
see
is that
Zlatan's influence.
Because Don, I'll tell you this right now, and you know for a fact. Let Pep coach that same United team. He ain't sniffing a freaking trophy. Let him coach that same Tottenham team. He's not sniffing a freaking trophy. Let him coach the one team. He's not sniffing a freaking trophy. Hold on. So done. And then that's done. What are you saying?
I'm saying I agree with you because Pep and your Mourinho are your no nonsense type of coaches whereby they're not going to entertain you. He'd rather play the academy graduates and play some guys with bad attitude. So true.
Oh yeah.
I agree with you. He's not going to win much.
So wait, Delta, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was honestly, it could be for everyone, honestly. But when was the last time Mourinho had really a full starting 11 full of stars? Like, when was the last great world-class team he's ever coached? Like, it's been so long.
In the Conference League.
Maybe Chelsea.
Yeah,
maybe Chelsea.
No,
with Drogba, yeah.
No, Real Madrid, because that second stint Chelsea wasn't an all-star team.
Yeah, it's true.
So it was Real Madrid.
You're right.
Real Madrid. So
2015 Chelsea was a good team, though.
It wasn't an all-star team.
No, not all-star. Not all-star, but
Can I speak on this? The thing with that Chelsea team is that Chelsea team was in a transition because all the players that won the Champions League were either getting old or they left. And in that respect, pretty much all they had was a baby Eden Hazard and Oscar, kind of. That's about it, to be honest.
Oscar.
So no, the other Chelsea teams were like that amazing. There's a reason why.
But my thing is that Mourinho right now at PSG, he can win PSG a UCL.
Yeah,
Because
but
because
PSG
the
don't
issue is
have.
that people say Mourinho.
I disagree.
Look at who he's brought done. Look at who he's managed. You see, you can't do that because my thing is that
Yeah, but
Mourinho
exactly.
is actually trying to do that. Mourinho, he's not had quality. That quality he managed, those guys are trash.
Yeah,
These
but
Roman team are
but
trash.
Mourinho has
That's
Mourinho
United team were
Yeah,
freaking
but
trash.
Mourinho
Let
has
me ask you,
players.
let me ask you a question, HH. Right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, right? Mourinho winning the Conference League
Yes.
with Roma, is that done?
That's a form of course, it's a form of drug. These guys are
Dude,
trash.
look what he's done to
Conference
Tammy
League.
Abraham.
Do
He
you
said
even
he
know
Yes,
took
one
Tammy
star?
Abraham to
That's
Do
true.
you
That's
know?
true.
Okay, name me
Done.
one star. Name me one star that you know, or even an upcoming talent in that whole league, in that whole conference competition. Just one.
No.
Tottenham were-
But Don, it's not even about that. The fact is, that's Roman team who I do try to watch
They're
because I'm
bricks.
a
They're
Mourinho
bricks.
guy. Those guys are not good.
No, but
Those
this
guys
guy
are
is
not good.
versing teams that don't even have away kits.
No, but Don,
No,
you're
but
not
what?
taking, you're not giving him credits for what he's doing with Tammy Abraham. I mean, Tammy Abraham with this
Serie
Roma team.
attacks. We saw Lukaku
Yeah,
last
but
season. He was
what I
balling.
think with Mourinho is he needs players that fight for him. Like the Zlatan Ibrahimovic mentality. When I know he didn't win a big
Yes.
trophy, but when Zlatan came in
Wait,
to
That's what I'm
United,
saying.
wait, hold on. Mom, put it this way. There is no way that Mourinho would have bottled that scenario under for
oh
PSG.
no way,
Because-
no way, he wouldn't have bottled that. No
put
way.
it,
no
okay,
way.
put it this way. If let's say PSG got Mourinho, you know who you're getting. So because see, that's the issue with PSG. When you bring in an Emery is a guy coming from the Europa League. You don't really have that much
Yeah,
credit and
but will
stock.
Neymar
Look,
fight
okay,
for Mourinho?
Yeah, they say
No,
that's
like, yeah, I was about to say,
but my thing is okay. You bring in a Tuchel. What did Tuchel really do? Well, he just took over from Dortmund. Pochettino, what did he really do? He flopped a UCL final. So these guys don't really have any big credits. You bring in Zidane, 3 UCLs. You bring in Mourinho, 2 UCLs with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
So these guys, they demand respect because Mourinho will like, see, if Emery, Tuchel, and thinking, what can he say? You never won the freaking UCL. So what can he say to these players? If Mourinho comes there, bro, I've won the UCL twice, bro. So I know what I'm talking about. So therefore, I demand
That's
respect from you. And that's the issue with PSG. Those players need to look at the guy where, he's been there, he's done that. He has experience of navigating this competition. He may know what he's saying. Why should I listen to this Pochettino guy who made one UCL final and he got washed in that UCL final?
I can make a counter argument though. Can I ask you a question regarding Mourinho, right? Could Mourinho have gotten more in the UCL out of that Madrid team that he had?
Done. The semi-final. Did he ask? Did he say, hey, Kaka, Cristiano, can you please miss your penalty so we don't make the final?
Ramos, sir.
Ramos, can you please miss your penalty so we don't make the final, please? It's penalties.
Dude,
I'm saying
honestly,
no one
that
at
Real
the
Madrid
end
team
of
should
the
have won
day.
it.
And also say penalties and Edu scored 4 goals. But okay, fine. The Lewandowski he messed up. Penalties.
No,
where two of your key players in Cristiano and Kaka, two of your stars miss. Come on, bro. What do we say, Delta? What do you say, Delta? Talk to me. What do you say?
You know what I have against Pochettino? I think
he's a bomb. Delta, he's a bomb. Yeah.
The one thing that really ticked me off, I remember, was in that 2011 final where he benched Lucas Moura, who scored a hat trick against Ajax, and he started Kane, who didn't even play.
Yeah, that costed him big time.
Play for 2 months. That's why he's a bomb.
This is why I don't take this guy seriously. This is why I take Mourinho, because he thinks Kane being a world class player and him having quality, he would start him over Moura, because Mourinho wouldn't have started Kane.
No way.
He would have started Lucas Moura, and that's why I would want Mourinho coming to PSG.
All right, so let me hear this. David C on loan at Real Madrid. I missed the game. How was it? Big up the man them. It was horrible. Chelsea missed chances and Chelsea screwed up with missing penalties as Piliqueta and Mount missed the key penalties. Yeah, hooray. Dr. Bell, thank you for the Dr. Bell. As PSG, it's better of having defenders with nerve. They wasted Mbappe's goals. He was their Benzema. Always a pleasure, Always a pleasure, bro. Look, my thing is it's another self-destruction job, and I think you can't keep on saying, it's unlucky. A manager breeds character and breeds resolve, and the key thing for PSG is it's very simple. Every game matters. That game against Evian or Kwaso FC, it matters. So you have to give 100% in every single game. So when you're coming into the UCL, there's not a drop-off or an upsurge. For Bayern take every single game 100%. PSG is like, okay, this team 70%. Okay, no. When you're playing, so when you play every game, you play every game like it's a final. You play every game full on. So you're coming into that UCL game fully focused, fully controlled, because that comes from discipline. But there is no discipline, and that's the issue. There's no discipline in the team, so these guys become very, very complacent. But look, I mean, if you were to pick where does Pogba go? If you had to pick a team that Pogba goes to, because Delta, I think it's PSG.
Yeah, it's probably going to be PSG. I mean, what other options does he have? I heard like Juventus.
It takes Bayern can't afford his wages. Juve are lying. You can't afford his wages. Real Madrid aren't taking him. Barca wouldn't be able to afford his wages. I don't think Xavi would want him. Now, Delta, hold up. Now, we need to know what the financial situation is. But if the financial situation is cool, Delta, Pogba at Chelsea.
I was just about to ask Richard. That's the funny
Pogba at Chelsea.
Yeah. He would do good, you know.
Pogba at Chelsea.
Pogba and Conte?
No. Let's just bring him because it could Conte. But just bring him because see, Delta, I want the double one. But let's just because this is a Pogba thing. Pogba at Chelsea, my gosh. Yes. Because you now have goal scoring, you now have creativity and so forth. And also, it may not be PSG quality, but the quality is higher than United quality. Pogba at Chelsea, because for me, Pogba would thrive with what that team is about. And my goodness, man, Chelsea need Pogba.
I feel like they do, and I wasn't. I was kind of surprised there weren't any entrants in that. Like, why it hasn't? Like Chelsea.
But the issue is that look, like we don't know what the financial
wages.
Because Todd needs to come and just say, okay, this is what you have to spend. This is what the transfer. So we don't. So Tuchel doesn't have his transfer budget of like this is now what you have to spend for the summer. That's very key because now you can know. Okay, do we have enough money to handle his wages? Because Delta, here's my thing: get that bum-ass Werner off those wages, get Lukaku off those wages, get Saul off those wages. Because remember, there's not a transfer fee. He's coming for free. I'm very happy for Pogba to be the best paid guy at the club because because Chelsea are in need of creativity and another goal scoring outlet, which is what Pogba needs. So whoever on those big wages, get those guys off the freaking wages, bro.
So wait, if Pogba joins Chelsea, who would your midfield trio is going to be? Is it Pogba, Conte, and who else?
Kovacic.
So it's going to be
So you have Kante and Kovacic at the base. Pogba is the attacking midfielder. Pretty much, Delta. Pogba is a position that man should be playing.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a 4-3-3.
So you have someone with a brain
being the Roma midfielder. Being the Roman midfielder.
And you got the Zick on the left, and you got the.
You need Anthony.
Give some time, man.
Wait. Don, would you want Pogba at your boys at City, or are you guys good with freakish?
No, it'd be a bonus, right? I feel as if he could play the
shameless.
Come on, guys. Like we got Bernardo, Rodri, and De Bruyne, and then so he'll basically be rotating with Gundogan.
Ah, come on.
So
he can play as a box to box because we need a box to box.
So much money, bro.
So I think at Chelsea he'd work because Pogba's best role is that free roaming role.
Yes, at Juventus, yes.
Because there's Marquisio and Vidal next to him doing the dirty work.
And
Pirlo. Then he just roams and you allow him to run, and that's where Pogba's at.
So where do you think he should go? If let's say he was agents and so forth, where do you think he should go? Because my thing, the only options I believe are Chelsea and PSG. Those are the only viable options that I see.
The issue with Chelsea is I don't think Chelsea can compete for the league at the moment, like straight, because you still need to solve your striking issue, and it's hit or miss. Now the thing is with PSG, apart from the Champions League, what else are you playing for at PSG? It's the same thing with going to Bayern. The only thing interesting all season is the Champions League campaign.
Well, he wants to win trophies, man. I mean, he said that before. Like,
but there's trophies and then there's trophies, man. Winning Uber Eats, man, is
I know it's not as competitive, but he still wants.
But what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, if you're playing at PSG, what you're looking at is the Champions League. not
Yeah,
the
of
league.
course.
Hence, coaches get fired for winning the league only. Right.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And Pochettino is about to get fired.
yeah, whereby in Madrid, La Liga is quite challenging, but with Barca falling off, it's almost like a one-horse race right now at the moment, right? So the thing is, Juve can't really pay your wages, and that's the truth. I don't think you'd want to drop his wages, and that's what makes it difficult for him, because at the age he's at now, he needs financial stability, right? So PSG financially makes sense, but it will be similar to United in a sense that if he doesn't win the Champions League, it's like, oh, then it's France.
Don, I feel like PSG just makes the most sense. I mean, he wants
makes
to
the most
have
sense.
he wants to have a lot of money. Obviously, I mean, everybody loves the money, and we can offer him that. And he's French, so he's more suited to Paris. And I just
also
feel like
the profile of the team, the players around him, the
And
football that's being played.
But around him, all you have is
Right,
Verratti.
he wants
You
to
have Ghana,
compete for the Champions
Ghana
League.
Gay, who's not really much of an improvement from Fred, right? Verratti is hit or miss injury. So when you talk about improvements, are you talking about Paredes or
The
Danilo?
overall team is
or
just
Wijnaldum?
much improved. Like I
Yeah,
feel
and
like
Ganage is better than Fred.
Yeah.
Kind
But I'm
of,
saying
but
Idrissa
like
Gueye
he's
is
still
good,
from
man.
Everton.
Wait,
though.
hold on. Let me say this, John. Let me say this, John. I'm about to get out of here. So your boy, thank you for the dub, Neymar, Messi, or CR7 win the World Cup equals retire in that final.
I keep forgetting those are their last World Cup, man.
Yeah,
Like
it
everybody
is,
keeps
man. No,
forgetting that.
but this is it's the legacy World Cup, and 100%.
The last dance.
If they win it, they 100% they retire. Again says PSG should sell Messi, get CR7 and Zizou for the CL. No, that would be
CR who?
stupid. That would be stupid. That would be
CR37?
stupid. Because it's not that easy of like, oh my gosh, Zidane and CR, they're in the same team together. And also, first of all, if that happened, I think Delta mind will probably decompose and compose if that happened.
Imagine
So,
Lewa and CR7 link up at PSG.
no. That thing, like for me, like Cristiano was obviously a big reason they won. So did Zidane, but so was Ramos, so was Marcelo, so was Carvajal, so was
Ramos
Modric.
was big.
It was a great team that had
That
key guys,
midfield
but
three
a
was
great
at
team.
its peak, yeah. Kroos,
So guys,
Modric,
look, man, let me bust out of here. I've not eaten all day. Let me have a meal. Guys, we'll be back here tomorrow for that Sunday hangers. I'm going to do a little bit of CL build-up. We need to do some CL build-up. So guys, peace out, stay true. Peace, bye.